So it's winter today, but is technically a winter market in Georgia.
Yes.
And people always freak out about selling in the winter. So I wanted to just throw out some myths about buying and selling in the winter months for you to debunk and or answer.
Sounds good. Let's go.
All right. Winter means longer days on the market.
It definitely can. So I think, for a winter market, you get into the holiday seasons and you have a lot of travel. You have a lot of family events that are going on. So people's times are occupied a little bit more than they are, in different parts of the year. So yes, you can have a little bit longer days on market during the winter. That's true. But that doesn't mean that your house won't sell.
Okay. Winter means low inventory.
That is true. Yes, typically you do have less homes on the market in the wintertime for some of the same reasons. Some people don't want to sell when they've got family coming in town or they know they're going to be traveling. The other side of that is that, now the buyers that are out in the market have less to choose from. And so you have that supply and demand. The supply is down, the demand is still there. So there's only a finite number of houses that they have the opportunity to purchase during the winter.
I think an important side note is that in the winter months, the buyers are real serious because they're out there because they need to buy now.
And that's definitely true as well. You have people that are relocating. A lot of times that happens towards the end of the year or the beginning of the following year. So they need to find something that they can move into to be able to relocate with their job. You also do have, people that are looking to make last year in investments. Maybe they need to spend some money and they're going to go buy a house, whether that be for their own personal use or for an investment property. So you have those people out there. And then also the people that are out looking right now in the winter, they're serious about buying. So they're not tire kickers. They're not people that are just looking around just to look around. They're looking around because they've got to buy a house. So you've got a lot, you may have less showings, but the showings that you have are more serious buyers.
Winter means lowball offers.
No, I don't. I don't think that winter is any different than any other time of the year. Kind of going back to the buyers being serious about buying. They can't go in and make low ball offers and expect to get something under contract in the deadline that they need. So I don't think that is true. You're going to get offers, and pricing it correctly is going to get you offers in the market value of what it should sell for.
Okay. Selling during the holidays is impossible.
It is definitely not impossible. It can be a little challenging, again, with the holidays, with, people going on vacations, traveling, or, just having family in town. So, that can be a little bit of a challenge, but no, their houses sell all year round. I've actually had several of my fourth quarters have been better than a lot of other seasons during the year.
I am waiting for the interest rates to drop.
And how long are you going to wait? Uh, I think that's been what people have been talking about for the last 2 years, is that they're waiting for the interest rates to drop. And, we've seen a couple drops here recently. I think we should get another one before the end of the year and potentially one in the first quarter of next year. But, with interest rate drops, home prices are going to go up. So, you're kind of balancing that, that perfect storm, which honestly, this could be a whole nother podcast, but I think that we've hit the bottom as far as the home prices are going, and I think that you're going to start seeing home prices go up, and you're going to see the interest rates come down a little bit, but they're not going to come down that much. And I think what I'm seeing in the market is that a lot of people are realizing that, and they're saying, all right, well, this is kind of where we're going to be. Let's go ahead and buy. And worst case scenario, if the interest rates go down tremendously in 6 months to a year, turn around and refinance.
Which David can also help you with.
That's right.
Houses do not show well in the winter.
Houses show great in the winter. Most people have their houses decorated. Most people have their houses cleaned up because their family's coming in
Mhm.
town. So houses actually show wonderful during the winter.
Yeah. I mean, I think our house looks better during the.
I mean, the leaves are changing colors. It's fall. So yeah, no, I think houses look great during the winter time.
Okay. You don't have any negotiating power in the winter.
I think it goes back to the same thing about lowball offers. You definitely have negotiation power. I mean, again, these buyers need to buy. So they're the ones that are the one they're going to, you know, have to pick a house and figure out what they need to do to buy it. So no, you definitely have negotiation power in the winter.
I'm waiting for the peak season to sell my house.
You and everybody else. So once you wait for the peak season, you're going to be in competition with everybody else that's waiting for the peak season. So I mean, there's definitely going to be more inventory, but there's also going to be more buyers in the market that are trying to purchase the same houses that you are. So I think as a buyer, winter is a great time to purchase a home because you have less competition for the houses that are available.
You kind of touched on this in another question, but there's really real estate's a wild ride. Peak season can be January. You've had some Januaries that have outdone your Junes. So I feel like peak season is depends on the year.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, people buy and sell houses every day. No matter if it's winter, summer, spring, fall, people are buying houses. People have to move. People have to have a place to live. So, yeah, I don't really buy much into the seasonality of it. And like I say, I mean, before we've had great fourth quarters that have outdone our first through third quarters before.
Yeah. All right, last one. The real estate headlines are making everybody feel uncertain.
I think that you have to move when you have to move is one thing. I think if you're waiting for the perfect time to move, you're never going to hit that. You're either going to buy before or you're going to buy after. It's very rare that you're going to hit that perfect point in the market when the interest rates are at their lowest and the home prices are at their lowest, because they fluctuate. And as the interest rates start going down, home prices are going to start going up. So where is that perfect point? By the time you realize that perfect point was here, it's already passed.
Yeah. I feel like it's important too, like when you read all those like catchy headlines in the news about real estate, they're talking about nationally.
Correct.
And Georgia's market, specifically the North Georgia market, is bopping. Like, um, it does not look like California or New York or like Midwest or whatever. So I think it's important to like when you're reading the headlines, know that that's an average and national, snapshot of the real estate market. But if you really want to know what's going on here, call David.
Yeah. No, I think that's a great point. Yeah, they are national statistics, and people are relocating to Atlanta all the time. Atlanta is a hub for a lot of different major companies, and
Mhm.
people are constantly moving to Atlanta. If you can't tell by the traffic, and so people have to buy and people have to sell all the time.
Yeah, we're full, but job security. So keep coming.